Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffle and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovia codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. You chose Triumph of Lies. This card relates to the moon phase of the waxing gibbous and is illustrated with headless mannequins crowded against each other under a cold neon light. They are dressed in luxury clothes and pricey accessories. Among one has a crown skull floating where her face was supposed to be. The sentence that describes the feeling of the card is, "Not all that glitters is gold. Emptiness is felt when there is nothing under the dress." So what does this card mean? The Triumph of Lies is about appearance, and appearance is so important in this world. Day by day it seems more important. Can that be a lie too? We seek out to be what the world outside desires and not necessarily society at large. Our families or partners or friends place judgments on what we should be. In the dress we choose, we carve a mask of expectations, behaviors, and values to live by. It offers stability to ourselves and to our relations, as being honest and true to ourselves can be too tiring, too easy to make us hurt. Unfortunately, the relationship without the mask is not as straightforward as it feels. Inside the mask, envy grows, vanity takes root, lack of self-confidence becomes a habit. It gnaws at us and hurts us from the inside. It feels like it is ourselves, but it's not really authentic. It is just a lie we have made habit to believe in. When our lives become a gilded cage and our dress becomes a burden, we should remember that we were born naked. What this card tells us is that we live many times in the way people want us to live, and we allow it to happen. By using external cues like money, cars, and houses, we try to fit into society but lose who we are in the process. Your shadow prompt for today will be, what materialistic thing that you own, that you bought just so you could impress others? Take a look around you. Are those things that define you? Or are you just succumbing to the pressures of what society deems desirable so you can feel you can fit in? Contemplate on that and ask yourself for each item, what truly makes you happy? You can use the Grabovia code 3396815 that is used for self-understanding and self-love. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card that you pick is Envious Gluttony, represented by the waxing gibbous moon, and is illustrated as a man with rotting sickly skin and yellow eyes. He dresses in tatters and sticky blood runs down his chin. He has clawed feet and a crown of a skeleton alligator jaw. The upper part of his head, the lower part of his chest like a gaping mouth. The sentence resonating with his card is, "There is hunger sleeping just under the surface, like an animal lurking." This card is not just dark. It is unpleasant, sickly disgusting. The difference in the how we feel in front of a vampire as opposed to being in front of writhing bugs. It is not an existential darkness that we can paint out romance, drama, and subtle anguish. It is raw, primal, reeking of rotting stench. It feels like there is darkness, and in that black landscape, there is a hole leading to an even greater darkness. And that is a calling. The urge is pressed down every time, played with, toyed with, treated like something that doesn't belong here. It's like rolling in the mud, bringing out the twisted, refreshing feeling of demeaning oneself. The key is that we don't want to recognize the depth of the envy and the anger. We casted it out of ourselves, and now it's truly a parasitic monster, impossible to accept as something that came out of ourselves. What if we bring light to the pitch dark well? What if the scary monster is just a scrawny star feeling? What if it's just a little thing, dark tar, indeed, but to be sorry or not to be feared? This card is all about energy vampires and people that drain us. Most dangerous of all is the narcissist. Under the veil of love bombing, we quickly found our lives spiraling down through stonewalling, gaslighting, blackmail, and even having our friends turn against us. Our shadow prompt for this is obviously, who are the negative people in my life? You want to find out who is draining your energy or creating negative energies around you, and find some ways in which you can slowly let them go. It's not easy to leave a person, especially a narcissist, but there are many helpful resources that you can use online to help you through it. But for those of you who can let go, quietly do it with love, compassion, and forgiveness for them. Because almost all the time, they don't know what they're doing. Use the Grabovia code 829-876354 to remove negative energies as you begin to clear your life out. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card you chose is Gilded Regret, represented by the waning crescent moon. It is illustrated as an elven queen with heavy eyes, her dress as blue as the clearest water, her crown of thorns and golden clawed flowers holds a blue orb in her hand. The sentence relating to the card is, memories are like floating underwater, safe, warm, and murky, yet they held a scent of death. This card is about the cage of our memories being the most gilded, lingering to the past savoring crumbs and fleshets, hints and ifs. But it's our sword. However, it's our shield. We follow the river against these currents to a sea of maybes. We cannot say, life is here now. We just say, life was here. so that even when the future builds day by day, we still look backward to memories and possibilities, options we missed, things we lost, changes we fled. It is like staying in the twilight of conscious, in the blessed state of those 5 minutes between the time the alarm rings and when you actually have to wake up. Like little kids, between the time mom calls and the time we need to wake up and run. But those 5 minutes are taking up too much time. They are the drain of our energies, of our opportunities, of our future. The ifs are now gone. Whatever has been already, isn't it? Our life is always filled with regret. Oftentimes we repress those regrets and try to look forward instead. And when a regret comes crippling, we try to enforce the situation by a false sense of positivity. For your shadow problem, write about a time when you regretted your actions today. Have you forgiven yourself for it? How did you deal with the regret? Did you simply just take it as a lesson and move on? How has this regret still lived within you? And how heavy is it when you actually become honest with yourself? Once you've come to terms with it, you can begin your healing process and emerge like a lotus blooming out of muddy waters. You can use the Ho'oponopono meditation I posted on the links above and description below, or you can use the Grabovoi code 7154872 for the energies of forgiveness and healing. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow problem and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.